You ain't made an invalid complaint yet, but I don't give a damn. That shit was a masterpiece. We just got out of How to Train Your Dragon live action, and this is our cinephile out of theater reaction. 3, 2, 1. To the first 10 minutes of the movie, I said Disney better get their shit together because these motherfuckers is coming. This shit was easily the best live action movie I've seen. How to Train Your Dragon is not near or dear to me. I don't really care for it. I don't like medieval stuff. Everything was on point. They took their time with the story and everything was earned. Everything was hard. Nothing came easy. Like him building a relationship with that dragon, like, nigga, it was real life or death situation. I loved every bit of it. It was dope as hell.
It just seems so familiar to me, but it was a good movie. I gave it 2 thumbs up. I enjoyed it. It was funny. The names were funny. Hiccup, Toothless. It just had me cracking up a little bit. So I enjoyed it. I didn't fall asleep in it. So it was a good movie, personally.
It was a good movie. I had fun. I know nothing about the franchise. I, remember it's just one animated movie, or did they get sequels? Yeah, so I just knew that this was an animated movie before. So I went in blind. I know nothing about the story. And I had a good time. It was fun. I can poke holes in a few things, but I mean, it's a movie about dragons. So
Right.
I didn't like how at the end they can fly on dragons now. You saw, like you just said, dude had to take time to bond with that dragon, life or death situation. All of a sudden it's just, Lester noses, let's ride. Strangers, let's ride. And it's like they had no harness, complete control, 360s in the air, la la la. They had complete control of their dragon. And he had to literally build shit from scratch to do that with his. Right, he was broken, but then he had to build a seat and handles and latches. Like his friends was just hop on, let's fly. This dragon is literally on fire, but you can just jump on him and fly.
Very fair criticism.
But like I said, that's why it's a movie about dragons. So it's like I'm poking holes in some shit that ain't real.
Yeah, that's a fair criticism. They took their time to build everything up, so they had to rush through the end. Because as it was going on, I'm like, is they gonna have to break this into part 2? Because like it's a lot that has to happen. But like you said, he trained them in 2 hours. So
I didn't think the guy that was his best acting, the dad. I really didn't like his acting in this one for some reason. I don't know. I've seen him in a lot of movies and he's so good. But this was just like, it wasn't believable. I could see him. You know how when you see Will Smith, when he's playing something else, you just see the character. You don't see Will Smith at all. I was seeing him and I didn't like that. It was just not
very understandable.
Authentic.
I thought he was spot on. Now that I'm thinking it was Russell Crowe the whole time, but probably bought into it because this is smarter. So that voice probably got me.
2 dragons should wipe out their entire village. Like I thought that was kind of stupid too. It's like, come on, these are overpowered beings, and they nerfed them. They nerfed them like a motherfucker. You can't nerf a fucking dragon.
So yes, all that stuff is fake. So my thing with live action movies, I don't feel the emotions. I feel like that's why the emotions always come short. I felt all the emotions in this one. Even though they nerfed the dragons, it still felt really dangerous. I'm thinking this is a kid's movie. Toothless being his pet. Toothless is like a real nice, gentle. No, that motherfucker's an animal. like who knows? Toothless is that nigga. So they did nerf him, but at the same time, it's like they're still them niggas. I just give credit to like the lore. Like they were scared of the eels. They were building their own rules. You know what I'm saying? Like what is the eels thing? Is that something in dragons?
No,
that's what I'm saying. So they had their own twist on it. And, motherfucker, we can work together. But maybe seeing Toothless and him interact like that. And yes, he did. Toothless came in and saved it. Yeah, like he's protecting this dude.
What about all the other ones?
Well, the red one is that nigga. Like they have hierarchy. They had a story about that.
That was the last one that was supposed to.
Yeah, they had a story about him. So they're like, well, I'm gonna follow the real one. He was the first one they trained, and then they're like, well, shit, I'm following the real nigga. Like, you know what I mean? So yes, you're right, but I'm fighting for it. I watched Lilo and Stitch, the cartoon, after I watched the one, and then the animation just make the world seem bigger and like. It's for money wise when they make the live action, because Lilo is like in a spaceship at the beginning of the movie or whatever, but in the live action it just feel enclosed. It doesn't feel big like it do in the animation. This one I felt encapsulated in whatever land they were in.
What did you think of the girl's acting? I thought she was overacting.
They're a hard body people. Like, we fight dragons, motherfucker. Life is dangerous and hard where we're at.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like she was overacting at all. I felt like that's the mentality you gotta have.
Actually, I was annoyed that they, and she even said it. I was annoyed that they weren't taking the training serious. And she was like, "What are y'all doing? Like, we need to kill them. We need to train." And they was just la la la. Oh, look at this one. He's got level 10 biting, and it was training, but there's still dragons that are trying to eat you. I agreed exactly what she said.
Shit, they bond was cold.
They did. It was.
They bond was, and it was earned, and I believed it. That's why I didn't like the rush of the other ones at the end. That's what bothered me. I'm like, I truly believe Toothless's relationship with Hiccup. But yeah, at the end, it's
The
just,
other one was.
I like the different species of dragons. I'm a fan of all that stuff. I like that they had different species, different attributes. That is the nerdy shit that I like. Like, it ain't just copy and paste a different dragon in 7 different colors. It's, oh, this motherfucker got 2 heads, and
And the one,
and this one,
is the one with the twins had. I thought that was good.
I didn't see that coming. That was like, oh, okay, I see what you did there. Yeah, I like the attributes and species and all that stuff because that just opens the lore. But there should be a huge consequence of killing the queen. In the natural habitat of species, they should all be fucked up by not having a queen now.
It has to be a true story of all of evolution, like how we start using horses and cows and shit like that. That's why this shit is cold to me. I'm surprised I feel nerdy like this about this. They did their motherfucking thing with this. I think they had to make the sacrifice to not rush through the development of the characters and the relationships. And that's what I appreciate about it. All the relationships were fully fleshed out, and in other live actions, they nipped that because they want to give us the bells and whistles of the animation and the action stuff. They took their time with that part. And I think they made the right shortcut. What did you think about the Queen's fire breath? I got Godzilla vibes. And I know you like Godzilla.
Yes, I did immediately.
You don't compare it to the GOAT.
I'm just saying, though, but
It gave you the.
Its fire breath was fine. I thought it was. I like when they break it down to a science when it comes to dragons and fire breath, because it is going, well, they don't exist, but it is, from flamethrowers and lighters, there is a gas that has to happen and then an ignition for that. I love seeing the gas. I thought the color green was kind of weird to have it green, but whatever. I'm nitpicking.
Tell us.
It's gas.
It's a kids movie, like gas.
It has to be green. It can't be, but exactly. I loved seeing that. And I thought the flame was fine. Everything was fine about it. I had no complaints about it. But Godzilla's the OG of that shit. He should have had dozens of broken bones. He fell off the dragon a dozen times, falling into the ocean and falling on mountains and shit. The motherfucker just do a barrel roll and stand up. They should have showed some montage of him like rapping a bruise, showing that, oh man, I've been trained to find this dragon. My ribs are hurt and stuff like that. But just do a barrel roll and get up.
You ain't made an invalid complaint yet, but I don't give a damn. That shit was a masterpiece. Toothless mean fucking business. And then like his whole lore, nobody has ever seen him because he uses the knight as his shield. Y'all might have missed that part. Nigga, Toothless was that nigga. He really earned that relationship. Yeah. Toothless is is one that they've never seen. That was his way in. I'm going to kill the dragon. I'm going to kill the knight. He got a dope name. It's like a Nightcrawler or something. I'm going to kill the Nightcrawler, and that's going to be my end. It had a little bit of everything. Like, it was borrowing stuff. I felt we had Godzilla vibes. We got Top Gun Maverick vibes. That motherfucker was riding the hell out there. Jurassic Park vibe.
Yeah.
Like, they and then you got the little love story. Like, they had everything, man. That shit was amazing. 3, 2, 1.